Alright, so welcome back to this channel. Yes, Sports 7GH. We are back again to serve you nothing but the best. Yes, of course. Today we are going to do something very intriguing, very educative, and very informative. So kindly subscribe to this particular channel so that you have a lot more of these videos, a lot more of this informative and research videos. But so today, clearly or simply, we are going to do something about mascots in football. A lot of the time we see mascots in our game before the game starts, during the halftime, and even after the game. We will see them with the fans, we see them entertaining the fans and all. Now we just want to take a look at mascots and what they really do. What are some of the famous mascots we have in the game of football now? And then we take a look at their name, their postures and everything. All right, so mascots, as I've said, they are just animations which have human and then animal features. All right, they mostly depict the true character of the particular club they are representing. And so you see that most of the time they are with the fans. Most of the time they are entertaining the fans before the game and during the halftime. So that is mascots in general. They've evolved over the time. They've been with us all this while. Now let's look at some of the famous and some of the excellent mascots we have in the game of football as of now. All right, so we start first with the Manchester City's mascot, and they are the Moonbeam and the Manchester Chirpy. All right, the Moonbeam and the Manchester Chirpy. All right, so these are the mascots, and for them it was slightly depressed Macunian with a giant shadow cast over him. Later the club was represented by Manchester and Moonbeam. All right, yeah, so the club was represented by Manchester and Moonbeam and an alien couple, all right, which they are from the Blue Moon who came down to the earth just to support Manchester City. So that is that for the Manchester. The next one is the Fred, the Manchester United's mascot, which is Fred is one. Yes, Fred is one of the most cutest and less terrifying. You see, most of these mascots are very terrifying. They are very scary. But Fred, the red, is not like that. And for him, that's his nickname is derived from the Red Devils, as we all know, for Manchester United. And so that is for Fred, and he is mostly with the 55 jersey also. So that is for Fred the Red. Now we move to Liverpool, and Liverpool have the Mighty Red. The Mighty Red is also for Liverpool, and for him, or for the Mighty Red, it was unveiled by Liverpool, a life-size liver bird called the Mighty Red. And it has been reported that Mighty is modeled on the mythical liver bird. All right, and so it is a mythical liver bird, which is a symbol of both Liverpool as a club and a city also. So Liverpool fans, Liverpool as a club, believe that Mighty Red mostly and most of the time bring them some sort of luck, and so that is why you see Mighty Red always with the fans, always with the players on the field and everything. Now the next one is Arsenal. The Arsenal mascot is called Ganasaurus. Ganasaurus is one of the oldest, one of the popular mascots. Even during the COVID time, we heard a lot about Ganasaurus when Arsenal wanted to offload him because they think that they can't pay him and all of that. But look, Ganasaurus has been with Arsenal for a very long time, close to 3 decades. And for Ganasaurus, he brings a lot of joy to the Arsenal fans. All Arsenal fans across the globe, in London, everywhere, always love to see Ganasaurus perform his antics before the game and even during halftime. Jerry Gay, all right, Jerry Gay, if I pronounce it right, is the one who was in charge of this very mascot, and he's the one that has now offloaded him when the COVID-19 came into full force. But then Ozil came into his being, and then got something for him to pay him for him to get back. And Ozil was very happy, and I'm sure all Arsenal fans were very happy to see Ghanasaurus back there. Now we move to the London Hammers. All right, we move to West Ham, and for West Ham they have the Hammerhead. All right, the Hammerhead is the name of their particular mascot, Hammerhead. And look, West Ham was, yes, everyone knows that West Ham is the club formerly known as Thames Ironworks FC. Thames Ironworks FC, and that is where they derived the Hammers from. The Hammers. All right, and clearly that is how their mascot also depicts. The mascot also depicts Hammers. All right, and that is why for West Ham it looks like a transformer. The Hammerhead looks like a transformer and a Lego superhero, and that's what it makes it so lovely to entertain the fans of West Ham. Now to Chelsea. Staying in London, to Chelsea, we have the Stamford the Lion and Bridget the Lioness for Chelsea. But every Chelsea fan, those who supported the club for a very long time, knows that the static or the constant mascot have been Stamford the Lion. All right, Stamford the Lion. And Stamford the Lion, just like any other mascot, brings a lot of joy to the fans of Chelsea. But the Lion name depicts the lion in the crest of Chelsea, and also the lion as a habit of Chelsea as a football club. And so clearly Stamford the Lion and Bridget the Lioness, all of them having lion, depicts the true character of Chelsea. Now, Stamford and Bridget the Lioness was only introduced in 2013-2014 season. All right, that is when Bridget the Lioness was added to Stamford the Lion to serve as mascots for teams, for Chelsea and for the fans of Chelsea, especially at Stamford Bridge. Now to Sheffield United. Sheffield United have Captain Blade. And Captain Blade is always having just an eye. All right, he's a one-eyed mascot. And for Captain Blade, he also derives his name from the support, in other words, the nickname of Sheffield United being the Blades. And so that is where Captain Blade derived the name from. And also Captain Blade, you know, Sheffield has been in existence since 1854, and they were formed from cricket club, cricket club in England, and they are the first football club to have United as their name. They were the first football club to have United as their name. And so the Blades the nickname Blades is from the fact that they were a major producer of cutlery in the United Kingdom, and so that's the reason why they are called the Blades. And of course they have their mascot also following that particular name, the Blades. All right, yes, of course. And so we move on to Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur also have the mascot by name Chirpy. All right, Chirpy. And since the 1921 FA Cup final, the Tottenham Hotspur crest has featured a cockerel. All right, a cockerel. And Tottenham Hotspur have sported a cockerel on their club crest since the 1921 FA Cup final. The mascot got his nickname because he wore spurs on his boot so his horse could run quicker and quicker. All right, yes, so that is that for Tottenham Hotspur. Now moving to Leicester City. Leicester City also have the name of their mascot to be Filbert the Fox. Leicester City's mascot has some interesting bites you would want to know. All right, Filbert the Fox. And Filbert the Fox have other secondary characters like Vicky Vixen and then Kazin Dennis and all of them. All right, since 1992 the club's badge has featured a fox's head overlaid into a syncrephale, all right, a syncrephale. Filbert the Fox, who represents Foxes of England, Leicester City, is the next name who could make a place for himself on the list of the most attractive and the most entertaining mascots, all right, in the history of football. Now, Filbert the Fox signed a deal with Puma. He's the first mascot to sign a deal with Puma in 2016. All right, yes, and so clearly mascots also try to have some revenue generation for themselves and also for the club and all. Now, moving to Watford. Watford have the name to be Harry the Hornets. Harry the Hornets. Now, one of English football English football's mascots is the Harry the Hornets. Now, he represents Watford, all right. He represents Watford, of course, but there is something interesting about Harry the Hornets. Now, what is interesting? He became Roy Hodgson's enemy after mocking Zaha for diving in 2016, and that was very interesting scenes there when you saw Harry the Hornet mocking Zaha for diving, and so Harry the Hornet also finds itself to be in this particular list here. Now, to Juventus, they have J as their mascot. That is JJ as their cartoon designed zebra. All right, it looks like a zebra and all of that, and it has a black and white stripes with golden edge piping on its body, golden shining eyes, and 3 golden stars on the front of its neck. All right, on the front of its neck. So that is the mascot of Juve, which I always entertain and makes the Juventus arena a nice one to be. Now, to Leipzig, RB Leipzig, they have Bully. And Bully and his scary horns is another mascot that you would always want to have in your stadium, and then at the place of watching football. Now, it represents Leipzig. Leipzig have been grown very well, just 13 years or so old as a club, but yes, they have a nice mascot there called Bully, which also entertain and makes the fans enjoy their existence in the stadium. Now, to Schalke 04, they also have the Aaron. The Schalke 04 mascot, lovely and funny Aaron, is another name, of course, that I would like to have you look at. Now, he always joins the celebration once he showed the referee a red card after the draw with the mortal rivals Dortmund. All right, and that was very interesting since then. Now, to one of the very intriguing mascots you will see in the world of football is the FC Cologne's mascot. That is the famous Billy Goat. Now, FC Cologne, a club in Germany, brings a live goat to the stadium. A live goat to the stadium, and it has been at the stadium since 1950. And look, it was named after their manager Hennes, and so yes, it's a Billy Goat, but mostly called Hennes the Goat. And they bring a live goat into the stadium, and it's always interesting. Now, the likes of Atletico Madrid also have a mascot, and they are the Indy mascot. The Indy mascot. You know, Indy has been the Atletico Madrid mascot for decades. It was created in the form of a raccoon dressed in an Apache costume due to the popular nickname of Indios for the Atletico supporters. And of course, you are going to have that one also. The Benfica in Portugal also have a mascot. That is the bird. That is the Águia Victoria, if I heard it right. The Águia Victoria is a bird that always comes to the stadium on match days and will fly around the stadium and will make sure that it lands on the crest of Benfica in the stadium, and that has been the norm. It's always lovely to see the bird like that. Now, I'm doing away with the club's mascot. But you see, FIFA World Cup has always had a mascot. And that is also intriguing and very interesting to see that FIFA World Cup has always had the mascot. Since 1966, they've always had a mascot, and it's very interesting to know that every World Cup also have had a mascot to entertain and make fans happy. And the mascot of the World Cup have always depicted the culture of that particular country that is hosting the tournament. And so, yes, that is that for mascots in football. And I'm very happy you were able to sail through and then listen and enjoy it. But you see, one thing is that African football have not seen a lot of mascots in our game. And look, I've already talked about Philbert, Philbert the Fox, signing a deal with Puma as the mascot. You can have other clubs in England like Tottenham Hotspur, Brighton, and others selling the mascots, all right, to fans who want to perform as the mascot. And so it is also a form of revenue generation. But here in Africa, in Ghana, in all parts of some continent, you don't see clubs making the mascot something of a priority, all right? Taking into consideration that yes, it will entertain fans, it will make fans lively, and they do away time, all right? But look, it can also be a source of revenue to the mascot and to the club. And so I will urge all African teams and African clubs to, of course, have the mascots, and then so that it can be an improvement in our game. Thank you very much for watching, but please don't forget to subscribe to this particular video, and you are obviously going to have a lot of educative, informative, and intriguing videos. Thank you. We shall meet again.